Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, community members are expected to come together tomorrow to honor more than 24 transgender men and women who were killed by acts of violence this year. Monday will mark the International Trans Day of Remembrance. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us live from the offices of Also Youth in Sarasota to explain how this day will impact people on the Suncoast. Erica?
Good evening, Adam. The Human Rights Campaign reports 2017 has been the deadliest year for transgender people here in the U.S., with a surprising amount of murders. Leaders with Also Youth in Sarasota will host a candlelight vigil right here tomorrow night to honor those victims.
Well, it was my shield. It kept me from going off the deep end.
Jamie Gassioni calls music her escape. She hid behind instruments for more than 50 years before coming out to her family and friends as transgender.
It's very hard when you can't say anything and there's nobody to talk to.
Jamie was known as Jimmy for decades and started her transition 8 years ago, around the same time she lost her trans friend Mark.
He tried so hard to transition and he couldn't do it. He had no support, no help whatsoever, and he ended up committing suicide.
The violence against the transgender community is increasing, and it's really at the level of an epidemic.
A 2014 study by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention found 44% of people who identify as transgender have attempted suicide. Also, Youth Executive Director Nathan Brummer says they also face great danger in public. At least 25 trans men and women have been murdered this year, according to the Human Rights Campaign. 80% were women and 84% were of color.
If you read about the specifics of these murders, they are heinous, very violent murders.
Both Gassioni and her partner fear she could be number 26 after experiencing multiple acts of violence during her concerts.
Because I'm not trying to fool anybody. I just want them to like me.
Brummer doesn't know any victims from the Suncoast, and to keep it that way, he's trying to educate the public.
Long before we ever want to hear that we've lost a trans person to murder, we want to make sure we stop all the violence here in Sarasota.
Gassioni says she and her peers just want to be accepted. She says trans people can't change their brains, but they can feel like themselves after undergoing a physical transition.
I sleep at night. I am at peace with the world. I'm in peace with the universe.
Also Youth will light 26 candles here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. 25 will be lit to honor the victims of those murders, and one extra candle will be lit by the group to honor any victims of unreported murders. Reporting live in Sarasota, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.